Hello everyone, this is the National Master Alessandro Santagati. It's the second video about the Goring Gambit. In the first video we saw this position and we saw what to do after knight f6, e5 and the move d5. So we saw this position after knight f6. In this video we will see what to do after d6. Okay, what's the idea about d6? The idea is easy. Take the square e5, hand allow knight f6 without the push e5. So the simple idea is this. In this position it's very important to play very well, because and it's important attack immediately. And the best move now is knight g5. Very nice. Okay, we attack with two pieces f7. So now it's clear that the black has to defend it. The problem is how defend f7. Okay, in theory you can try knight e5, but the move doesn't work because there is queen a4 check and I win. So it's easy. So knight e5 immediately is not possible. If knight h6, okay, yes, the knight on h6 can defend f7, but the knight is on the side, so now I can simply play, for example, h3, and if castle, I can castle, and I have a good position because now it's not possible to develop the knight on h6, so the position is not easy for black after that. Okay, the problem is I'll play this position. We can try to imagine what the black can do. If the black move, for example, take, and knight d5, I can simply go back. And if king h8 to try to develop the knight, we can play f4, and now we take space, and the position is not so easy because the knight has to go back, and we can attack with e5. E5 is very nice because if the black takes the pawn, for example d takes e5, we can trade the queens, and now it's important take with the knight. Yes, in theory you can take with the rook, but I take the pawn f7. Now the king is a little weak because it's not possible to take this piece, and if take it, I can take f4, and at this time the black is up a pawn, but the white can attack c7. The white has a better development, better pieces, so the white has a strong compensation for the pawn in this position now, so not a problem. So in general we can say that the idea about this position is that after knight g5 and knight h6, yes, the black is up on up, but the white has a very strong compensation because for black it's very hard to develop the pieces, and for white is easy because the white can castle, can play h3 before to block knight g4, and after that castle, and the white has a easy development, and this is important. Now it's important play bishop takes c3 because if the black doesn't take it and play, for example, another move, we can imagine king h8 immediately. Now in theory I can also play with the knight on d5 if I want, and this knight now is very active, so it could be a problem. Okay, we can go back. Okay, knight h6 is an idea, but in theory the best move for black is take on c3, and only after that play knight e5. So black takes, pawn take, knight e5. The black is attacking the bishop and is defending the pawn f7, so the move seems nice. I go back with my bishop, and now h6. If h6, I play f4 to attack, and if the black takes my knight, I take the enemy knight. Okay, d takes e5 is wrong because I can simply play this and I win the game, because it's not possible to take the bishop because I take the queen. And if king e7, now I can play bishop a3 check, and now the game is won for white because the black loses the queen. So yeah, very nice position. So f takes e5, d takes e5 is wrong. So the only move I think is queen e7 probably. Okay, if we count the pawns, this time we have 6 pawns against 7, so the black for this time is up a pawn, but we can see that the enemy king is on the center, and the position is not so easy. Another interesting move in this position is queen d5. Very dangerous because it's not possible to take e5 with the queen, because in this case there is queen takes f7. And if the black takes the pawn with the pawn, now we can try bishop a4 check. And now if king f8, bishop a3 is winning, because if queen takes, queen d8 checkmate. And if c6, now I can simply take it, because after this I take the pawn and I can take the rook after that. So queen d5 is very dangerous. Queen d5, if d takes e5 and check, the only move to save the position for black is bishop d7. The only move. So bishop d7, and now queen takes b7. Because yes, the bishop is without the defender, but now I can take the rook, so I threaten to take the rook, and the black is forced to move the rook to d8. And now queen takes a7, and the position is nice, because after this move I take is check, queen d7, I trade the queens, and rook takes, for example. This endgame is playable because now I can take g5 and play this endgame with a pawn up. Probably the black has a compensation for the pawn, but I think take this position for white is okay. The black has to play very well now to try to draw this game, so I like this position. Okay, we can go back. So we say that after d6 is a very important play, knight g5 immediately. Knight g5 immediately, and after that the black has to take the knight and play knight e5, bishop b3, and now h6. Okay, in theory the black can play also other moves. For example, can play queen e7, but in this case I can play f4, and again the black is forced to play h6. So we go in a similar position, so we go in the same position. So okay, so after bishop b3, so h6, f4. In theory, after f4 is also possible for black bishop g4. The idea is attack the queen and take a time, but it's not so strong for black because the white has a good square for the queen, and this square is d4. Why this square is good? Because the queen on d4 can attack g7, for example, in the future, so it seems nice. For example, if h takes g5, I can take e5, and if d takes e5, I can take e5 with the queen, so my position is nice. And if other moves, for example queen e7, now I can simply take on d6 and my queen can defend e4, so the white position now is good. Yeah, so bishop g4 is not a big problem because I can simply defend it, and yes, I don't see other moves. So yeah, in this position h takes is forced, I take it, and to the next example, if not queen e7, the variation that we saw before, if for example bishop e6, to trade is not a problem because I can simply trade, and I weaken the king side now, because now this is weak, so it's not a problem. I can simply castle and they try to exploit the f file and the weak squares on the g file. Okay, we can imagine the black play d takes e5. What to do now? At this time we have 5 pawns against 7, So at this time in theory the black is up 2 pawns. This advantage is not good now for black because the black has 2 doubled pawns on the e file and on the g file, so 4 pawns doubled. And it's clear that in this kind of position, is good or not trade the queen. It's clear that for white is bad trade the queen for a simple reason, because the black king is in a very bad position. When the king is in a bad position, for the attacker is not a good idea to trade the queen, because the best attacker is the queen. So it's clear that in this position I will play queen a4, and after c6 I will play rook b1 to attack the pawn structure on the queen side, and to don't give at black a safe square in which places king. For example, if queen c7 I can take g5 and I avoid again the castle, and I take a pawn. So again we have a nice position after that. Okay, so today we saw what to do after d6, so bishop b4 and d6. Knight g5 is again a good solution to attack immediately, because yes, in theory the black can try to defend with knight h6, but in this case the knight will play for all the game in a very bad position. Or you can do bishop c3 and knight d5, but after this variation we have f4 very strong. So we have good practical solution in both the cases. Okay, thank you to watching this video, and if you like it, share it with your friends.